Right, Alex, what are your thoughts on that game, breaking a very unwanted record? Sort of fantastic performance, I thought, especially the second half.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, the record. You know, obviously, it's been a big talking point, I think, around our club, certainly. And something we obviously wanted to try and make sure we try and eradicate that, really. Do you know what I mean? It's a long, long time, especially if you've got two teams at the same level for quite a significant period. You know, it's a long time to come here and not having picked up a win. However, I do understand how difficult it is to come to Carrow Road and pick up points. You know, I've been here as a manager. I thought the atmosphere before the game was electric. I thought it was excellent. It's probably the first time really we've had that atmosphere leading into the games across pre-season for us. I thought it took us a bit of time to get used to it. I thought Norwich started better. Albeit I didn't think there was loads of chances in their favour. You know, I thought the game was sort of, although they sort of dominated it, I didn't think there was loads of I think there was a couple of free kicks in about the edge of the box, which we dealt with quite comfortably. But not anything where you think, oh, they should score there. So for that perspective, obviously it was pleasing that we've seen that phase out. I thought 15 minutes probably before half time we became a little bit more into the game, got a few crosses into the box, created a couple of issues. I think Camille had a chance at the edge of the box, had a shot. And then I think second half we were markedly improved. I thought we'd came to terms with Norwich and what they were doing. I thought that our performances in terms of winning duels and landing on things and winning headers and keeping the ball alive, I thought we did far, far better. Scored 2, probably should have scored more, and then obviously made a mistake and it sort of gave them a lifeline at a crucial time in the game. But what we have got as a team, we've got grit. You know, we dig in, we find a way to influence matches, and we did it again.
Yeah, on that Camille sort of goal, he sort of had a bit of time, but he hit it really well, didn't he? It was sort of very hard. It was a harder chance than it looked.
Yeah, they're always difficult chances. You know, people will look at that and think, oh, you should score. You know, when you're a professional player at this level, to they guys it might seem quite easy. To the normal guy in the street, trust me, that's not a moment that you take lightly. So,
yeah. But
he's got quality. You know, he's got a really good left foot. I think the pleasing thing was Tristan's cross, because we had 2 opportunities right before it. I think we kicked one into the stand, we hit the first man, and you're thinking, come on, we need a little bit of quality. And when we produced it, it got us the goal.
And obviously, Langstaff with the second goal, sort of very composed finish. I think it was the second goal for the club, I believe. It must have been a great moment for him. You must be delighted.
Yeah, he scored the exact same goal away at Sutton. Exact same goal. You know, Alfie feeding the ball down the side, Mac a great run into the channel, and he just opens it up and just slows it into the bottom corner with his right foot. So I've been on at him about trying to hit the top corner, you know, have poachers finishes if you like, the wee ones where you slide them under the goalkeeper. I'm not taking any credit for the finish, by the way, but the point I'm making for him is that's what he is, that's what he's really good at, and he took his chance really well, so delighted for him.
Yeah, and it was matching up against sort of 3 at the back sort of formation that Norwich had today. What's that sort of like, sort of figuring that, and the sort of pre-game beforehand sort of offers sort of spaces in behind the wing backs at times as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, and obviously when we play with sort of Femi holding width off the left, it gives us an opportunity to break down that side. That's where the goal came for the second one. And with Tristan going down the right, that's where the cross come for the first one. So we knew where the spaces would be, but it's easy to know where the spaces are. The difficult thing's making sure that you're better in possession, you're better out possession, and when you're moving it with a bit of quality and a bit of detail, and you can try and create like genuine opportunities. So I felt we did that throughout the game, certainly second half. So yeah, as far as we're concerned, it's a great afternoon. Really tough place to come. I think Norwich will be a really good side this year. I think Liam's a great fit, in my opinion, for the club, and I think they'll be strong. He's just probably going to need a little bit of time to get his way of working into them, and thankfully for us, that worked in our favour today.
Yeah.
Alec, Macaulay Langstaff has been prolific lower league.
Yeah.
What can he do at this level now he's off to a flyer for his season? Because as we all know, confidence for strikers.
Yeah, I think consistency, I think confidence, like you say, I think believing in what he is and what he can do. I think the fact that we play in a front 2, I think helps him. You know, I think playing in the 1 in the Championship's a tough old role. You know, you're up there, you need to lean into 2 big centre backs, you need to try and take the ball on, you need to try and create something, you've got loads of work to do. We sort of give up a little bit of control of the game to have 2 forwards at times, like we did today, because we feel it makes us more dangerous. And I felt the game represented that as far as we were concerned. I thought we were more of a threat because when the ball comes in the box, we've got 2 big lads in there. What it does do, but is it means that we might have a little bit less possession, but providing that works in our favour, we're comfortable with that.
Do you feel he can be a success in this league, sort of get double figures for a season?
Maka?
Yeah.
I think under the right circumstances, yeah. I think if you create the right opportunities for him, I don't see why not, because irrespective of what level you can finish at, you can finish. If that makes sense. The goal's the same size, do you know what I mean? So as far as that's concerned, I think it's just getting the type of opportunity that Maka thrives on, and today was one of them.
And what about Millwall? You finished the season so well from really the moment you came in, you just went upward. Where does this season look like, you know, for you guys? I mean, what are the targets that you're sort of setting yourself? I'm not asking specifics, but just give us an indication.
Yeah, I just think we want improvement. You know, improvement in terms of individually, improvement as a team, improvement in terms of can we get more points than we did last year? Can we score more goals? Because scoring goals has been a real issue for us over the years. So that's something I think we've improved a lot in a short space in time. But what we don't want to do, and this is what generally happens, is you start to score more, but then you start to concede more because you're more open. So we want to try and keep that defensive solidity, but equally be really dangerous when we've got it, and transition and bits like that where I feel we're really good. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. It's one game. We've won one match. You know, the game, if we didn't sort of defend well enough in the first 30 minutes, the game could have been a different way. The games that you win at this level are really fine margins. You know, there's not a lot between most of the teams. And I think for us, yeah, what we have got at the moment is real momentum, real belief, real confidence, and we've got a young group of really good players. So,
last question from me: what about squad strength compared to last season and where you are now? Better, stronger, still looking for stronger, as all managers are?
Yeah, better and stronger in the fact that we've made guys who weren't ours permanent. So Josh Coburn's now our player, Zach Sturge is now our player, Alfie Docherty's now been added into the mix, Massimo Longa's been added into the mix, the two goalkeepers have been added into the mix. So certainly for that perspective, the players within our team are our players. We're not loaning everybody now. I mean, I think we'd something like 5 loans maybe last year. This year we've got 1 because we've still got Lucas Jensen to come back, our goalkeeper, who was terrific for us last season. Like every manager, yeah, you always want to try and be as strong as you possibly can come the end of the window. So if we can add 1 or 2, that'd be great. If we don't, I think we've got a good squad, and yeah, hopefully we can try and keep them fit.
Anyone else, guys?
Yeah, I just want to ask about Newport, obviously on Tuesday. Does that sort of give you the opportunity to rotate, maybe give some, maybe a couple under 21s or less of squad players a chance to get some minutes?
I'll be honest with you, well, my mindset on the game wouldn't have necessarily changed, I don't feel. So even if we'd lost today, I still think there was probably 3 or 4 guys that were unfortunate not to start today that I think deserve minutes. So yeah, we'll be looking to freshen some positions up, but make no mistake, we're going there to win the game. You know, if we don't win, I'll be disappointed. So it's not a case of making wholesale changes and all that sort of stuff. I will give some of the guys I feel deserve an opportunity. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
And obviously, next Saturday back at the Den against Wrexham, you'll just be delighted back in the home ground, the home support.
Our home form towards the end of last season was terrific. You know, the fans were right behind us. Yeah, we want to try and get off to a good start. We know it's going to be a tough game. We've got a tough start. And we've got Norwich, we've got Middlesbrough, Sheffield United, Wrexham. I mean, that's first 4 difficult matches without the cup games. So for that perspective, I would normally return what he just done to me back, but I can't because that camera's on.
You could have done that. Stop.
Yeah, well. But yeah, so a good opportunity for some of the lads.
Yeah, and just finally from me, you mentioned there the importance of starting strongly, getting off a Wrexham, and then you've got tricky games after. How important is, you know, getting a strong start at home at the Den?
I think it just builds belief. You know, what you can see today, the fans are right behind the team, which is great. Gives the team confidence, and then for there, anything's possible. But what I do know, and I've experienced it before, it can quickly go the other way if you lose a couple of games. So we need to try and maintain our sort of competitiveness and try and win, keep the fans behind us and see where we can get to.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers, chaps. Thank you. Cheers.